Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 31st. This week, make sure to check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers there. But let's see what's going on for you this week. It looks pretty interesting right off the bat, I gotta say. I always say that, but you know what? It always is, so that's why I say that. But, yeah. Start off with the Queen of Hearts. I think you had this card last week or in November for the November readings. And like I said, this card always reminds me of Taurus. Even though it is not, Taurus in the deck, I always think of Taurus when I think of the Queen of Hearts. For sure, and it is a card that represents listening to messages from people around you on one hand, also represents listening to your mother as well. Maybe my mom's a Taurus, and she's probably laughing right now watching this, but anyway, maybe that's why I always think of this as Taurus, but it does represent the mother, listening to your mother, listening to messages that come to you from your mother or somebody similar like that. It's also a great card for opening up to love. I would actually say it's really this week with the kind of the little combination you have going on here. You could be opening up to things that you just never thought you would be opening up to. Like you just might be open to certain ideas or things that you wouldn't normally want to do. I would say that in a good way as well. Like it's like you're opening up to things that maybe scare you a little bit. You don't have any cards that represent fear or anything like that, but it does look like you're, again, maybe opening up to things that you are fearful of or maybe have been in the past as well. You start off with the Ten of Hearts, and I shouldn't say start off with, but the next card here is the Ten of Hearts. Represents fortune after difficulty and good things happening after a difficult period of time, but also like feeling like you're ahead a little bit as well. I'm getting on this card this week, and again with this kind of opening up to something. Like I feel like saying I just feel like saying that wasn't that bad. I keep getting like that message, like I want to say that wasn't that bad. So I feel like a lot of you could be doing something this week where maybe you had a lot of fear about doing it. I know this is very general, but the message is coming in very general. So, but I just feel like you're gonna do something this week, and then it's gonna be over, and you're gonna be like, wow, that really wasn't that bad at all. So again, it feels like some of you maybe are going through a process, or maybe doing something that scared you a little bit, and then afterwards you're like, wow, that was really easy. That wasn't that bad. It's kind of a weird message, but makes a lot of sense. Again, fortune after difficulty. Great for love as well. Great for love coming in. I do feel like, again, I think I said this in the November readings to Taurus, that love is opening up to you and becoming more available to you. Next, you have the Two of Spades. Very simple this week. Again, I feel like this is just you separating away from the idea. So, I think that this is just representing you separating away from kind of a feeling about something, a feeling about the outcome of something, and having it not be that bad. Two of Spades to me is just like a separation card, mostly from ideas or thoughts that we have, so not a big deal there. Next, you have the Queen of Clubs. Every single week, you have a fire sign showing up in your readings. Now, a lot of you are in relationships with fire signs. A lot of you have commented about that in the past as well, because this person, fire sign keeps showing up in your readings. But it is a very good card of looking into the future, and a lot of you, I think, are just doing that anyway. Again, I think it has to do with this whole opening up to new ideas and doing things that you finally want to do as well. So I think, a lot of you are very future-oriented and future-focused as well. And even just looking around here, yeah, I think a lot of you are just focused on things, and I just think that a lot of you also are just enjoying the process more as well. You have these two tens. It's weird how the tens are, I just can't stop looking at them because it's weird at how they're kind of set up here and the cards that they have in between. It's almost like I said, that you are just enjoying the process of life more maybe, and you're just kind of going through it and not worrying so much about outcomes and things like that. So I think that's a good thing, definitely. Next, you have the Three of Diamonds. Three of Diamonds, just double check all paperwork that you do this week, I would say. Three of Diamonds is just a warning card to me, not that big of a deal, just a card that says if you're signing any paperwork, especially anything legal, anything involving like real estate, inheritances, wills, anything along those lines, or if you're involved in something legal, obviously, just double check all paperwork. Again, it's just a warning card. It doesn't say something bad is going to happen, it just says something could happen. Make sure it doesn't. And then finally in with this Ten of Clubs, it's like my second favorite card in the deck. Represents abundance and more abundance opening up to you. Also better ideas and learning new things. Quicker learning speeds as well, I'm getting. So, I just feel like a lot of you could be learning things faster. So you are getting basically this week. None of the cards that I've read for you so far have their usual meanings. Very different stuff going on with your cards this week. So it could be kind of an interesting week for a lot of you. But again, I'm getting that a lot of you could be learning things faster and not worrying about learning things as well is kind of like what I'm gathering from this. So I think like, maybe in the past, before you started something like a relationship or a business or an idea that you had, maybe you felt like you had to gather a ton of information before you would do that. But I think a lot of you are just taking more risks and just doing it regardless of the information you have. So that's pretty interesting. Interesting week. Wow. So thank you for watching and definitely enjoy your week.